Standard Operating Procedures, Personal Edition. What is a SOP or Standard Operating Procedure? Loosely defined, a SOP or Standard Operating Procedure is the macro view or larger view on how to complete tasks and or responsibilities. Standard operating procedures are not meant to provide all of the details, but to give a broad perspective on what is to be accomplished. Standard operating procedures are followed by work instructions, which breaks down each task and or responsibility into their micro parts to provide clarity on how to get the tasks and or responsibilities done. Phew, I know that sounds like a lot of corporate jargon, yet it was important for me to set the foundation of the message for today. The crossover between corporate and personal is essential to how we live. We may tend to think that we separate the two, but there are several daily things that we are using in business that are used in the personal, even when we don't categorize it as such. Let's journey. It's time to purchase a house. I'm excited. I'm a young single mother, and this is a major step for me. At this stage of my life, I have been working for about 5 years. I started working outside the home when I was 16. Okay, I have been watching HGTV a lot and dreaming big, yet I did not have HGTV money to buy one of those big fancy houses. What I did have was a drive and ambition to start saving and then looking at houses that were in my budget. At work, I was voluntold to read vendor contracts for services for the business. I would read them and then highlight areas of concern, write up what concerned me, and present the information to the manager. That method of standard operating procedures was then used on the mortgage documents that were provided to me. I went over that document with a fine tooth comb, highlighting areas, questioning this and that, writing my summary so I could have a discussion with my realtor. They knew when I showed up in the office with my papers, pen, and highlighter in my hands that I had been reading and researching. They realized that I was a super sleuth and I was going to dig deep to get my answers. Okay, Jamie, I see the connection. Using skills you learned at work to enhance your personal life. Good stuff. So, why are we really discussing standard operating procedures for our personal lives in this personal edition? I sent out an early morning text message to several people that had standard operating procedures. When I wrote it, I thought it was quite clever, meshing corporate world and personal worlds together. Standard operating procedures and work instructions are foundational pieces used to train and educate team members. It is the user manual on how to progress successfully through the task without needing to guess. Both standard operating procedures and work instructions are works in progress and are to adapt to things that are learned, tested, and implemented. So when I wrote the standard operating procedures, the personal edition, my goal was to help to set the mind on areas that would provide for a wonderful foundation to start the day. So let's go over those standard operating procedures. Laugh often, preferably until the belly hurts and tears are running down your face. Love myself first, then others, and rinse and repeat for tomorrow. Live for the moment, for the present moment. Be thankful and grateful that my tomorrow showed up and that I have another chance at greatness. Learn. There is a teachable moment in the small and large encounters as we travel through our day. Listen to your heart and intuition. They are there to provide comfort and warning. Lend a helping hand, kind words, and patience. We all need help sometimes. Log. Capture the memories of you and your encounter as reminders of where you have been and how far you have come. Moments of reflection are critical to our continuous improvement process. Dated October 11th, 2024. Wow, just reading this again encouraged me. It stirred something inside that if I implement this standard operating procedure daily, my interactions would be so much better. A response I got from the standard operating procedure message that was sent out was I need to print this and put it on my wall. And guess what I did? I created a poster for that person so that they could put it on their wall. And I also made one for myself too, because this is a great reminder. My question to you: what standard operating procedures will you create for your personal edition?